Hello and welcome. Now let's see various parts of the whole application. As is the standard of Lowcoder, every view that we see or every page that we see in an application is an app. So these are the apps that we have created over here. Okay, the most important app that I need to discuss and show is the prescription list app and the prescription aid app. So I will just go to the prescription list app. Let's open it up. In this app, we have placed nothing but the most important thing, that is a table which contains all the information. NeoDB is a as I had said in the previous video, we are using the backend called NeonDB. So let's see a few details about NeonDB. NeonDB is a fast Postgres version. Okay, it allows us to directly use it on their hosting server, or we can also host it separately, as we have been doing with the Supabase kind of things. Okay, so we are using the free tier of NeonDB for this particular example, and we are storing all the data inside NeonDB. Okay, here we have defined a few queries which is fetching data. For example, the select query, it does nothing but it fetches all the information from the table prescription. Okay, I'll just run this and you can see the information over here. Delete, this is to allow user to delete. So all these things are standard, so I will not spend time covering in greater details. Okay, get master, this is to get the prescription master information, okay, as per the selected row. This is required because we are using all these features to get necessary data from the database and then generate a PDF. So all of these are interlinked with the print prescription data query. Let's look at the code. This is the code that we have put over here. Of course, to make this code functional, we have to add JavaScript library JSPDF. We have also added another PDF maker, but we are not using this. This is used in the other project, in the larger project that we are building. So we are used JSPDF for this particular example. As you can see over here, all the coding goes over here, and we have placed all the things as per this thing, as per the requirement. JSPDF requires all the images to be sent as base 64, and that is the reason why we have created this function, this get function, which is we are using a built-in feature of Lowcoder to convert any image into a base 64. So when we run this, it will return the content is in base 64. Of course, as this is related to a function print prescription.run, so it will automatically execute this, but the output of this is over here, as we can see. And this is passed, or I mean this is used by print prescription, okay, to print the logo of the clinic that you show on the top left. So this is a technique that we had to use because JS PDF does not support accessing files directly using URL, or at least that is what we could not get it to work with. So we had to use this method, and instead of calling a third-party library to generate base64 content, what we did was we used the built-in feature of Lowcoder to reduce our unnecessary coding and headaches. Hope this gives you a new hint of how to use such methodology. The rest of the things are standard, so we will not spend much time on it. Now let's go back over here. If you see closely, we have got duplicate prescription, then we have got add prescription. So add prescription and duplicate prescription, edit prescription, they all work in a different way internally. Okay, so I'll just open the prescription list again to explain how they are working. Sometimes it so happens that the doctor needs to duplicate existing prescription and make changes. So all that the doctor has to do is click on the duplicate button, and this will load the duplicate prescription screen where the information of the patient is fetched and entered automatically. So now the doctor can just make necessary changes over here as required. And submit the prescription or save the prescription. So this will help reduce the time of doctor in writing prescription, especially if the the previous prescription needs to be carried forward and new medicine needs to be added to it, or existing medicine needs to be removed from the previous prescription. In such situation, duplicate prescription will be a useful thing. Delete prescription will allow the user to delete a prescription. So if I say delete, it will delete the prescription. If you have observed closely, this prescription screen has two main parts. One is this at the top and at the bottom, below the table and above the table, and the table. So all the information below the table and above the table is stored in one single row in one table, and all the information inside the table is stored in another table where as many necessary rows are added. So all these rows are connected to the main prescription part. We will see the data structure later on, but this is just to give you an idea of how we have done that. So it's a master-child relationship kind of thing. Okay. Now let's try and understand edit prescription. So in edit prescription, what we have done is we have created a separate screen. We could have used the same screen for add, edit and duplicate, but just to keep things simple and to help those who are exploring Lowcoder to understand how Lowcoder works and how to use it with efficiency, we are trying to show different approaches over here. So here when we click on the edit, it will open up the edit prescription app. Okay, so as you can see, it is this edit prescription app. This is the one that is opened over here. This will automatically load all the information of the prescription and allow the user to make changes to the prescription. Let's cancel it. This is the main techniques that we have used in this prescription management. Now let's explore the data structure in next video.